This is like our views are down. Like we're not doing the numbers that we used to do. Like this is
It's
crazy.
it's the stupid kitty stuff. Like, I'm all for Barney and Tickle Me Elmo and all that, but that's not what we do. Like, when our show was banging, that's not what we really did.
Yeah, that's not what we like. I literally had to go to the doctor to get my jaw reset because I'm tired of smiling. I'm tired of
Well,
smiling. It's not working for me.
what are you gonna do? I don't know how we can.
I can't even. I don't know. Do we write a letter to somebody? This is getting
I,
crazy.
I don't. We gotta figure something out though.
I
You
just
hear that? Did,
I can't say bad word. What?
did you do you hear that?
No. What? Oh wait. Oh. Oh. Hey. Man.
Oh, we live.
We're live. We're live. Hey. Hey everybody.
Ah,
Hey. Ignore. Anything. This is
glad the show just started, Michael.
Yeah. Welcome to Film Addict. I'm the film doctor. Woo, 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 woo.
And the film surgeon. Welcome back to the attic. All you people, non-people, everything you are in the universe. Well, we welcome you all back to Film Addict. Today, we have a movie to dissect. Home Sweet Home Alone, the sixth installment of Home Alone. And yes, people, there are 6 movies in the Home Alone series.
Yeah,
Coming to us
should
from.
there be? Should there be though? That's the question that we need to ask. Should there be 6, or should we have stopped right after 2? I'm going to say stopped after 2. But
Probably stopped after 1, but anywho, coming to us from
one, so
Disney
I'm
Plus.
But let's jump right into our
Our film.
film review. Well, that's not our film review. Our film review. You see how I did that real quick? It's fine. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. Production's a little bit slow. I'm missing all kinds of things up. Oh my god, I'm gonna get yelled at by HR. This is okay. We're back. They don't mind, kids. Everything's good. Production's going well, and we're doing all kinds of great things here. Just we're on the strings. We're the
Right.
um.
Puppets. Anywho.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Manny. Go ahead.
Home Sweet Home Alone. The 6th installment of Home Alone. Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie, and yes, Home Alone is a Christmas movie. For those who are wondering, the answer is yes. I like the first one better than I like the second one. Could have done without the second one. I also like the Alex D. Linz version of Home Alone. That's like the 4th one. Or the 3rd one, I guess. The 3rd one. So I'm a fan of the 1st and the 3rd one, but it's just getting out of control with these Home Alone movies. We didn't really need this. I like the fact that the actress from The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, who plays Kimmy Schmidt, was in this. The gags were, I mean, you can't really do this movie over again because it was such a unique concept. It's to the point now where it's just like, okay, I've seen this before 5 times. I don't really need to see it again. So I mean, that's just kind of like my perspective on it, just breaking it down from like an analytical standpoint. The story is the same story. You can't have a Home Alone movie without the generic story of a kid being left home alone while his parents travel somewhere. That is Home Alone. The story is what it is. It's the same generic story. There's no difference. The booby traps, the only thing they can change is the traps in the movie. It's kind of like Jigsaw. The only thing they can change is the traps. The story is pretty much the same. They kind of changed the traps up a little bit here, and I think some of them are cool. But for the most part, I mean, they don't do anything super innovative to me. So, as far as the story goes, the acting, is anybody here winning an Oscar? No. I think some people have some comedic moments, but it's slapstick comedy as per usual. The music didn't stand out to me at all, really. Cinematography, there's nothing about the cinematography that stood out to me at all. There wasn't anything that detracted where I was like, oh my god, this is horrible, but there wasn't anything that stood out. I mean, this is just an average okay it's sub okay. Honestly, I could have done without this movie, and that's just what I'm saying. So if I have to give it a grade, and I could have done without it, C minus. We didn't need this. We didn't need it.
Well, I was trying to find the movie that was based off of, because there's what I had heard, and I'm not positive, and if you want to look it up and see if you can find it while I'm doing my review, I heard that there was a movie that Home Alone is they stole the ideal of a kid being home by himself and creating traps to trap these robbers that break in. So the concept is not even unique. But even if they stole that concept, and we're looking back at like Macaulay Culkin's Home Alone 1 and 2, if that is the case, it's not an original concept, but I think it would have been done better inside of Macaulay Culkin's version for that to be more popularly well known than, another film that's has a similar plot. But when you think of any movie, but what I heard is that this original movie that Home Alone took the idea from, that Home Alone 1 down to a T in terms of everything that happens, almost down to a T, that Home Alone Macaulay Culkin's version is exactly like the original concept that they stole it from or took the idea from. That's what I heard. I don't know how much truth. Here we are, 6 installments in, Home Sweet Home Alone. And to me, I was not thrilled to see this movie. But I was like, I'm a big fan of the Macaulay Culkin 1 and 2. Let me check it out. It's on Disney Plus. Disney Plus has been doing this thing. Let me check it out. Now I watch it, and I'm trying not to make fun of this kid because I know that I would get a lot of trouble. But the kid, I did not like the kid that portrayed this main character that was Home Alone, because I just felt like maybe he should do a movie that involves running, if you know what I mean. So just
wow, Michael, wow. Also, I do have the name of that film that you were talking about.
What's it called?
It's called 36.15 Code Pierre Noel. It was made a year before the actual Home Alone movie, and it was about a kid who was left home alone over Christmas, and he dresses up like Rambo and protects his house from a home invasion from an evil Santa. So it sounds like they ripped it off, which they probably did.
Say the title one more time.
What they did. 36.15 Code Pierre Noel.
Wow. Okay.
That's probably why I didn't get any traction. The name.
Have you heard of that? Well, it looks like you froze, so I'm just going to continue on with what I'm doing, because we're obviously having technical difficulties. But yeah, I've never heard of that movie.
Like that.
Oh, well, I heard you a little bit, so you might be coming back, but I'm still going to continue on because you're still frozen on my screen. So with inside of my review, I was not looking forward to seeing this, but it is what it is. I did not like the kid that portrayed, I guess his name wasn't Kevin McAllister, but portrayed the Kevin McAllister of this film. The bank robbers, well, not bank robbers, but the robbers, the home invaders, whatever you want to call them, the couple, woman and male, husband and wife, it was a good duo. They were cheesy, funny. I was a little surprised. I'm like, man, so this woman, she's about to get messed up, like, how's that gonna play out? But I think that they both did well as like the Harry and Marv of this franchise. They were silly, funny, entertaining to see them kind of pull this off. How it ended, to go into this segment of how it ended, where everyone's kind of brought together and everyone's happy and now they're together. Didn't see it coming. It was unusual, but like you said, Manny, it's the 6th installment, so are we going to do this exactly the same, just with different people, and move it into 8, 9, 10, 11? Like, either let it go or find a different way to continue the saga, whether it's like Macaulay Culkin has kids and now he's messed up and left his kid at home. You know what I mean? I did like to see, Buzz, I think it was, as that surprise individual. But I think that maybe we could have had more surprise people that were in it, and that probably would have added to the nostalgia of this being good. Not to say that it's bad, not to say that it was in the C caliber of films that you're saying. I mean, you said average. And I think that for what I thought it was going to be of an average and a D, it was a lot better than what it turned out to be. Now, I almost want to say B minus, but then I'm like, ugh, that's kind of pushing it. Like,
You're pushing it very hard with that.
What's that like?
Very
C,
hard.
C plus?
Solid C at best.
No, I'm gonna go C plus. Like, if I could go anywhere in between a B minus and a C plus, like, I legitimately laughed at the Harry and Marv characters of this film that was the husband and wife. You know, I thought that they were hilarious. And that's kind of why I enjoyed 1 and 2 of, like, seeing Harry and Marv get battered by this kid inside of pranks, and, like, they sold it well.
Yeah, I'm not disrespecting them. I thought they did a good job as a couple and, you know, doing that kind of role. But I mean, I've seen this movie, you know, 5 times.
Technically 6 times. So this is 6 installments.
So, you know, I didn't need that. Here's the Americanized name of that 3615 code Pierre knows. It's called Deadly Games. It was actually a horror movie.
I think that's the name that I heard, because when you said the 3.6, I was like, that doesn't sound familiar like what they, because I just heard them talk about this like last week or something when I was talking to people, and they were talking about that, and it was a shorter film. I think it was called Deadly Games. So is that what it used to be called, or that's just the American name for this film?
That's the American name for the film, Deadly Games. If they redid this movie, I wouldn't be mad. I'd actually want to see that. I think that would be like the kid actually doing some Rambo type stuff. You know,
well,
you got the kid version.
One, he did dress up like Rambo. He had the straps on with the things when he came to the top of the stairs. I heard everything to a T almost that happened inside of Deadly Games happened in Home Alone.
Well, you know, we might have to check Deadly Games out to see if that's true. But if they want to read,
it looks like you froze again on my screen, so I'm going to pick it up where
you're like an adult version.
Oh, you're coming back, but in pieces. You're breaking up, so
where you know the kid might actually kill them.
Maybe you can't hear me. Okay, because you're frozen on my screen, and I can hear your voice here and there. And now you're back, a little bit moving, but I'm just going to continue on with what I was saying to say that, yeah, we could check it out and see what it's like. I don't know what platform we could find it on. You're back. But
Prime Video.
It's on Prime Video?
Prime Video.
Okay, well, we might have to check that out and do that as a review just to compare that. So I don't want to hold up. I think that we both have given that review just in case we are having technical. I don't know if HR is kind of trying to shut us down or break it into our broadcast.
Probably.
Whatever the case may be, let's just shut it down, and we'll say thank you everybody for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, do all that jazz. Let us know what you guys think inside of the comments. Always keep smiling, even if your jaw hurts a lot from doing it. Check us out next week on another exciting episode of Filmatic.